Hey,
Hello.
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm Alan. I'm with VVN News. What's your name?
Sarah, and I'm with Lola Glow.
Hey, what's up, Sarah? Thanks for joining me today. I understand you're all about skincare, and I am terrible. So I'm gonna let you in on a couple of things throughout this conversation of what I could probably work on because I know that there's a lot of people out there that may not talk about it, and it's embarrassing for them. So I'm like, girl, I need this redness off my face. What do I need to do? So where are you located?
I am in Ridgecrest, California, off of Purdue and Downs.
Okay, how long have you been in business?
Um, in Ridgecrest, about 5 years.
5 years? What got you
Yeah.
into skincare? Like, where did it all begin?
Gosh, I was that crazy nerdy little girl. When I was 12, actually, is when I got into skincare,
Oh
and
my.
I actually knew at 12 that I wanted to do this. So it's kind of a joke in my family.
Okay.
Because I was reading labels and, they thought I was crazy because no one really knew about stuff like that. I didn't even know what an esthetician was, but I had skin issues. And so that is kind of what got me into it myself as a little girl, just because my skin would burn anytime I would put anything on it. It would hurt if I didn't have anything on it. And so once I found something that worked, to me, it was magical. And then I wanted more.
Okay. Fair enough. And you said, did you work for another skincare company prior, or were you like, you know what, I'm going to open my own thing right out the gate. I know what I want. I know what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my own thing.
Well, I went to holistic school, and then there was a branch. It's attached to a naturopath school, which is what I initially thought that I was going to do, but still focusing on skin. But then I went to laser school because I thought that would be interesting. And I worked for a spa, and it was more of a med spa, but
Okay.
still they took a holistic approach. And I just didn't, there were a lot of things that I didn't like that I saw there. A lot of self-image issues that I felt were actually being created by people who work there. And so I stepped away from that, and I just started working for myself, and then relocated. I opened another business here in
Is that
Ridgecrest.
is that something to be careful about, like with certain businesses? I mean, no names or anything, but just when you're researching who to go to, is it something to look out for that maybe there could be that? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to say dermatologist, but there might be a different name. But is that they give you the wrong product in order to repeat your business? Again, just in general, just like should people be just
Yeah,
like anyone across the country, like if you're
right.
going to like look for
I would
someone to take care of
say,
your skin, like is that a possibility and something to be mindful of and to do a
yeah,
little
for
bit of
sure.
research before visiting them?
Yes, I mean, it's your face. And so there's some damage that you just can't undo, unfortunately. And as much as I don't like to say it, the skincare industry is just one of the shadiest industries. And I think that there's some people out there who I don't want to believe that they purposely give someone the wrong product or do the wrong treatment, but it happens quite often. And sometimes it can look as if someone is trying to get repeat business because it's hard to believe that they don't know these things, and
Right.
yet they're working on skin. So, and especially with the medical spas, and I mean, I guess it could happen with anyone, but this is a personal story, not naming names.
Sure.
When I used to work with laser treatments, what we would do is have a consult before their treatment, and we would sit there. We would give them a mirror, and it's one of those dreaded mag mirrors where you can see everything.
Okay.
And we would ask them to tell us what they didn't like about themselves. And to me, it just always felt awkward, because we're
Right.
trying to make people feel good about themselves. And I understand, you need to know what someone wants to work on, but having them, just nitpick every single thing and then kind of agreeing with them like, well, package of 6 laser treatments can have you, it seemed like a cycle. And then I started to see people coming in and their faces were just changing and changing, and they were coming back for more and more. And I mean, perfection doesn't exist.
Right.
And so it just, to me, created something that I didn't want to have any part in.
But that kind of is a good segue to having, like you said, like I'm sure there are probably shady businesses out there, but you were able to create your own company from scratch. So what sets you apart? What's different between those companies and your company, and why are you so passionate about what you do and what you provide?
Hmm. Well, to me, I think in business and in life, integrity is like the utmost important thing to me. And so if someone's trusting me with their face, to me, that's a huge deal and that's an honor. And I always tell my clients, once you come to me, your face is my face. If I wouldn't put it on my children, if I wouldn't put it on myself, I'm not going to recommend it. I think too, a lot of people notice the difference once they come in. I think that a lot of people have their guard up because they've either had, a bad experience, or they've had people push product on them. And you can tell when someone just wants your money and when someone genuinely wants to help you feel good about yourself.
100%. Can't agree more. That's good. And it's good to know that there are probably a majority of people that are out there trying to do some good. But again, I do believe it has to do a lot with research, always research the product before you go with them. COVID-19 is here. So, that's why we're interviewing from the couch. COVID-19, how has it affected your business from the beginning, and what have you done to kind of readjust?
I think like every other small business owner, we can say it affected our wallet. Obviously, we all still, we all still have bills to pay. We have overhead to pay, and that is one thing that kind of came around and bit me, because I like to work alone, and there are a lot of reasons for that. A lot of people don't want it to be kind of like the salon, like a social scene. That's not really what I do. So a lot of people want privacy. And so I don't rent any space to anyone else. I just work alone. A lot of people talk about things that are private, and I just never want, the chance of someone hearing through the walls or anything. And I just feel like that works for my business.
Right.
Now with that means that I pay everything, and, overhead is never inexpensive. And so with this, that's been hard because it's, not bringing any money in.
Right.
And which I am, because I still have my online business, but it was obviously a drastic cut. So that has been slightly painful.
Have you seen your online business spike at all from the COVID-19?
Yes, I have. And not just in my area, but all over. And so I also feel like, maybe that was a blessing in disguise, because I really got the chance to sit down and focus on my traffic to my website. So that's been good.
What are some products that you sell or you offer, and what is your favorite? What do you like? What do you like to use?
Well, I always feel so bad because on my website, a lot of people will ask me, well, I see you carry this company, but I can't find this product. And that is because I cherry pick everything. I've never come across a product line where I just loved every single product.
Right.
And so what I do is I test it on myself. I test it on different people who allow me to. And then when I feel like I really see that the product is effective, then I'll carry it. And so when I bring in a new product line, it takes me, I think I am at year 4, and I still have not brought in everything from my favorite line so far, which is Lyra, just because testing everything takes a lot of time. But I would have to say, even though I carry different lines, so far Lyra has kind of started pushing everyone out just because money-wise, they have a lot more technology, science, ingredients for their money. And so it's one of the most effective lines that I've seen. So that would probably have to be my favorite.
Awesome. And then a question I really want to like focus on for a second is how important is it to really take care of your skin? So for me, shower, right? You know, and then I'm done. I get my work clothes on and I'm out of here. Been doing that for 34 years. I probably have touched my face for, you know, maybe a total of 6 months my entire life. So how important is it to take care of your skin? What are the effects of not taking care of your skin for, like, you know, the next 30 years of my life? And then, you know, yeah, I guess that is a question. So, you know, how important is that?
Well, let's say that you were someone who didn't care about your skin. You didn't care what your skin looked like. You know,
Sure.
you didn't care if you were red or blotchy, breaking out. You didn't care. Well, that's one thing. But a lot of people forget that skin is our largest organ and it's protecting so much. And so it's our first line of defense. And when your barrier is not balanced, you create a lot of other problems, even with your hands. And for example, we're now washing our hands a lot more. We're sanitizing a lot more. And so our skin on our hands can create those little, like little micro tears in your skin that you can't see. But if you're not taking care of your hands, you're actually allowing more in to your skin, and you can get more infections. You can have a host of other problems, but you're thinking you're doing the right thing because you're constantly washing and sanitizing when really you're creating other issues. And so it's the same thing with your face. It's the same thing with, you know, any part of your skin. Later, you'll see the side effects, whether it's an infection or scarring, sun damage, you know, God forbid, skin cancer. But I mean, it's really has to do with health. And I mean, everyone wants to, well, most people want to look good. You know, it doesn't help if your skin is glowing and, you know, because your skin tells a lot. If your skin is glowing, that says a lot about the life that you lead. And I think that a lot more people are aware of wellness and health. And so a lot of people want to achieve that. But regardless if you do or you don't, I mean, I have my kids wearing sunscreen, you know, they apply their own sunscreen at 2 years old because they know they can't go outside without it. And it's just a habit that you have to create so that you can prevent a lot of other issues from happening.
Do you find that guys have a harder time getting into the world of skincare than women? Or do you think it's pretty? No?
I don't. And a lot of people are shocked.
Yeah.
I think a lot of men care, and I think they've always cared. But I think that years ago, it was not as accepted. And now that people are understanding, because we see everyone, you know, getting skin cancer, people in their 20s now are getting skin cancer. And a lot of times it's fatal. I think a lot more men are now realizing that it has to do with health. And, you know, and I mean, guys want to look good too. I have found that a lot of professionals are the ones who want to come in because they are, you know, conducting meetings and, you know, they want to look like they take care of themselves because, again, that's kind of, your face is what people see first. And that is the first impression that people get. And it's hard to, you know, change a first impression once that's made. And I believe it takes 3 seconds. Someone has created their first impression too. So I think it's a lot more important to men than people realize, because that is one question I get a lot. People want their husbands to come in and they're kind of easing it in, like, so how many men do you see?
Right.
I see quite a bit.
That's awesome to know. So what you're saying is after this, I'll get some GTL in. Put on my face.
I will say men don't stay awake very long. Usually it's barely started and they're out.
What are some misconceptions or objections that you find that clients have?
The biggest one would be that I'm a product pusher. I don't think that people have heard that about me at all, but I think a lot of people think when you're going in to get a facial treatment because they've experienced this, that they want you to, spend $1,000 on product. And that's just not true. What I have people do is bring in all of their current product and we go through everything together. And a lot of times you can just switch things around. I might be able to see what the problem is just looking at their product, and then I can explain it to them. We can just, kind of work with what they have. But I think a lot of people are worried because they think they're going to have to pay for the treatment, and then, and product, obviously, it's 80% of what you do at home. So it is important.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that I'm going to make you throw away all of the product that you're using right now.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, instead of buying that $1,000 product, there could be a product that is super affordable that will work just as well without the name brand.
Yeah, and I think that's another one too. A lot of people will come in, and when they see their total, they'll say, oh my gosh, I paid a lot more before. I can't believe your products are not that expensive. And so I know that that's, it won't be the case for everyone, but I think people would be shocked at how much professional skincare costs, because you're taking out the marketing that the department stores have to do, and they're made in small batches. And so you're not having to pay for all of that.
That's awesome. Do you have any offers or where can our viewers also find you to either learn more, to contact you, ask questions, or to even purchase locally within Ridgecrest?
The offers that I do are for children. Okay. So I do a teen discount because it affects everyone's confidence, but with teens, it can be pretty brutal. So I have a program where I actually have a waiting list. And what I do is I will take it. I have had young adults on the program, but mainly teenagers who are struggling, and we kind of make a deal. I fix their skin, and in return, they, get a job, they enroll in college or different things to help out.
That's awesome.
So I have that, but because it takes so much time, I do have a waiting list for that. And starting in June, I'm going to be doing a special, just because with the whole coronavirus, I've been doing a lot more consultations for skincare, and without seeing them, kind of just going through the coaching process.
Yeah, you're like, let me see your face really close. Okay, I see.
Right, yeah, and there are some ways to do it. I mean, it's always best to go in, but what I found is that a lot of people are just overwhelmed and confused, or misunderstand a product, and they're just completely using it wrong. So in 30 minutes of just talking to someone about their skin and their products, usually something will come up that kind of, is a light bulb, like, well, yeah, your skin is doing this because you're using this. And so I realized, if someone can't come in, they still want to have healthy skin. So I'm starting to add that starting in June.
Okay. I know in the beginning we said Ridgecrest, but like location wise, where can we come find you? Because I'm going to have to find you when this is over. So I just need to know where to go.
The internet. So I do appointment only. Okay. And so on lolaglow.com, there will be a list of services. And then again, starting in June, there'll be some more online services. And then you can also access my store and my blog.
Awesome. That's so fantastic. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today.
You.
I really appreciate it. And trust me and believe, I have personally been to at least 2 or 3 dermatologists for random reasons. And no matter what steroid they give me or what creams, none of this stuff works. It's also these little tubes that they give you, which is like, my leg is like burning right now. And they're like, use a tube. And I'm like, I just need an end all be all solution. So you and I will definitely reconnect, and hopefully some of our viewers can take something out of this and also connect with you as well. And whether it's just simply asking a question or just, reserving a table, it would be great to get, them to you and your community. So I really appreciate you linking up with me today. I can't wait to share this with everybody. And we'll just circulate again real soon once this is over.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much. You have a great day, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.